We've picked up Bond's signal. It looks like they're on Pomeroff's tail. Acquiring visual now. Bond and Nicole are on an assault hovercraft, with what appear to be multiple hostiles on board. Picking up audio now. I'll patch it in.
I've got the throttle open all the way, but we're not catching up with him.
We're too heavy. I'm heading down to the hold. Maybe we can dump some cargo. All right, Nicole, try to keep it steady and keep the door locked. We're not alone.
Okay, will do.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Bloodstone. Today we got kind of an interesting level. We are on board an assault hovercraft, trying to chase down Pomerov in his weird, jet-powered, water-based plane that never takes off. Ooh. It is a pretty cool level just because of the setting, but the hovercraft bounces up and down as it moves, which makes it pretty hard to aim accurately. You're definitely not going to be going for headshots in this level. You may have noticed we picked up a new gun. This is the UMP. It's another submachine gun similar to the MP5, but it's a little bit more powerful and quite a bit more accurate. Now that these guys are dead, our first piece of intel is right here. Some sort of turret. So apparently it's an anti-missile turret, and it shoots 70 rounds a second, 30mm ammo to shoot down incoming missiles. Although it's manually operated, it's not an automatic system. And those right there are some huge fans. Although I really don't think they'd be comparable to a jet plane. But then again, what do I know? And we're inside. Right here is the cargo bay. It's full of trucks and stuff, and we want to get this stuff off the hovercraft so we can move faster. Somehow I think these bad guys do not want us doing that. Now then, before we go farther into the cargo bay, there's another piece of intel in this room. That computer terminal right there has some information about the hovercraft itself. It's pretty obvious it's a military vehicle, but it's used to transport ground vehicles by sea. It also says it can take a whole lot of damage, although eventually it will get shut down. Right in front of us we have our last piece of intel for the mission. It's a weapon crate for the UMP. And it's just going to say what I've said, which is that it's very accurate, it does a lot of damage, but it's got a slower fire rate. That's sort of the trade-off. Now then, these two APCs are using their main guns to fire at us. And, well, they hurt. But don't take my word for it. Yeah, pretty much one burst will almost kill us.
We're speeding up. But he's still getting away. You have to dump more cargo.
Right, so we've cleared out half the cargo bay now. Now we just gotta go to the other side and do the other half. I guess I should note you have to do it in this order. The left side, then the right side. Or, I guess it's actually the starboard side and then the port side.
Are you there? We're still too heavy.
If you try and go this way first, the other APC will shoot you while you try. I don't know where that guy went. He's hiding.
James, we're losing Pomerov. You have to get rid of the rest of that cargo.
Alright.
James, that's great. You've done it. We're gaining on him.
I'm heading back to the bridge.
James, he's firing missiles.
Well, if it's not one thing, it's another. Now that we've gotten closer to Pomerov, he's apparently firing on us with missiles. And yeah, they definitely seem to be hitting us.
Pomerov's firing at us.
Just keep going, Nicole. Holding steady. I'll take care of it.
Didn't we just read something about anti-missile defenses? Pretty sure we did. Ah yes, the turret. Get ready for something a little different. That's right, we actually get to man this turret and shoot the missiles out of the sky. You can see in the bottom right, the hovercraft actually has a health bar. If we do get hit by too many missiles, the mission will fail.
Get me a clear shot at those engines.
Right, so not only are we shooting missiles out of the sky, we also get to have a shoot the boss in his glowing weak spot encounter. Those bright blue jet engines, we need to shoot them all out. There's 4 on each side. All the while we're trying to do that, he will be constantly shooting missiles. And you have to make sure you prioritize the missiles.
Down somehow. James, you've got to slow him down. Shoot the engines.
With us moving and him moving and the turret, just the way it controls, shooting the engines is actually reasonably difficult. Luckily, you pretty much just have to throw ammo in that direction, and eventually you'll get it.
That's it, Nicole. Good.
So close to a perfect run. But you can see that was, well, 4 missiles now, and that took off like maybe a quarter of my health. You really do have to let a lot of missiles through in order to die this part.
That's it. Bring us even with her. I'm going after Pomerov.
I'm not sure I actually shot out all the engines at that point, but here's the next part. And, James,
Steady.
I really don't think this is a good idea. So now we're standing on the wing of this strange jet plane. And they locked the doors on us. Oh, maybe not all the doors. Some more bad decisions ahead. So now we're inside his cargo plane where he's apparently transporting the bioweapons, which are leaking, it looks like. We have an environmental hazard warning in the top right, which means we have to complete this section in a set amount of time, although it is a pretty lengthy limit.
It's suffocating! Take him out!
Despite what Nicole said at the start of this mission, no, the end of the last mission, you don't really need to watch where you shoot. There's no instant failure for shooting the tanks. That's all the bad guys, let's deal with Pomerov.
Shoot me! You'll still die.
Well, he's right. If we shoot him, we die. Turns out we have to be a little bit more creative than that. We're going to replay that part and do it right. And then we're going to have a long cutscene, and we'll be done with Siberia. Thanks for watching. Next time we will go somewhere a little different for the next twist in the story. See you then.
Shoot me! You'll still die.
Change of plans. Tell me, Captain, are you sure your men can handle this? The safe destruction of all those bioweapons?
Bioweapons? What bioweapons? There are no bioweapons in Russia.
I see. And those men on the boat, in the hazmat suits.
That's the problem with you people in the West. You always think there are WMDs. Then you go to war over it, and then there are none. You know what kind of paperwork I would have to fill out if there were WMDs here?
Clearly, my mistake.
Yes. And in the meantime, you can expect my government to be calling your government to register a protest for your actions here.
I wouldn't have expected anything less.
James, are you all right?
Better than you.
Oh, this? It's given me an entirely new idea for a line of bracelets.
Indeed.
The cast will be off in a week. It's nothing that a few days at a private beach in Bermuda won't take care of. Care to join me? I've got a plane waiting.
I wish I could. But I've still got some mopping up to do here.
You sure? We might be able to get into all sorts of interesting trouble together.
Well, the offer's tempting, but... By the way, what about your friend? Isn't he going to be upset about destroying his car?
He probably expected it. He already thinks I'm a terrible driver. I wreck everyone I get into.
Back in London, they say the same thing about me. Anyway.
Congratulations on stopping Pomerov.
Thank you. And thank you for helping me facilitate things.
You sure I can't convince you to come with me?
Positive.
Well, I hope I get to see you again.
I'm sure our paths will cross.
Ciao.
Take care.
I can't believe you let her go. She wanted you.
I need a room. A private room.
You should have asked for that while she was still here.
Don't you have some cleaning up to do? Some non-existent bioweapons?
Second floor of the police station. Third door on your right. And make sure you say hello to MI6 for me.
I'll give them your best. Bond here.
Yes, I've been waiting to hear from you, 007.
Omarov's dead. The factory is destroyed. The remaining bioweapons have been turned over to the Russians.
I know. The Prime Minister has already heard from their government. It's threatening to become a diplomatic nightmare. I want you out of there. Back in London for a full debriefing.
No. This isn't over. The anonymous tip we received about the bioweapons couldn't have been from the researcher. He was being tortured at the time. Somebody wanted us to get to Pomerov. And the question is, who and why?
So how do you want to proceed?
When I took the courier's cell phone in Istanbul, all the phone calls on it were local, except for one that he didn't answer. Have Tanner and Q Branch find that phone. I want to know who the courier was avoiding and why.